My name's Steven Marinsik. 26, San Jose, California.
My name's Dan Marinsik. I'm Steven's dad. I'm 64 next week, and I'm also from California.
For me, I guess I started noticing it receding a bit around 22 to 24 years old, but I didn't really think about getting a hair transplant more until about last year when I turned 25.
Mine probably started receding about 25. And then at one point I thought about getting a hair transplant in the United States, but the clinic that I looked at had some lawsuits, so it kind of scared me away a little bit. So I decided to wait. And then when Steven decided to get his and I was coming with him, I thought, well, it was a good opportunity. And Smile has a lot of experience, so it seemed like the right choice.
First started investigating, at first I initially thought, oh, I'll try the United States just because usually there's, at least from what I've seen, a lot of people tend to try to say that the hair transplants in the United States are at least a lot more credible, but then I realized that it was actually quite the opposite, and they're also much more expensive as well. So then I started looking into Turkey just because you look online and there's just so many different articles. But when I started my research, I realized that in a lot of these articles, whenever they'd list off kind of the best hair clinics in Turkey, Smile would very consistently always appear in the very top throughout most of these articles. And so that kind of was a green light for me. And then not only that, but I also saw the BBC documentary that was made about Smile, and I believe that influencer Mike Majlak, I saw his video and I thought, oh, well, he's an influencer. He always wants to look good. If he's going to Smile, then that definitely shows that they're very credible.
And actually, I kind of followed suit from Steven. Yeah, he had done the research. My profession is I own a regulatory affairs company for medical device companies. So once he had said how Smiles had so many articles, I looked and researched the articles and kind of confirmed that he had done his homework really well, and it seemed like a very strong place to have a treatment done. So actually, no, I thought, well, I'm getting old, so is there a need for it? So it was his idea to get it that kind of talked me into doing it. Yeah.
Actually, I tried a couple of shampoos that are pretty rich in biotin. Those worked pretty well, at least in maintaining the hairs. I also take biotin pills and minoxidil. Although I was always kind of iffy on minoxidil just because it tends to kind of make your hair fall out, at least in the initial phases before it strengthens them. But I don't know, I just never really had that much luck. Whenever I put it on, it'd just start falling out, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll just kind of lean off of that. And then we also have a hair helmet. It's kind of has red light therapy and helps kind of strengthen the hair follicles, and that we actually kind of tend to notice does a pretty good job at least kind of giving you a thicker look. But I kind of ended up deciding on a hair transplant just because I'd kind of lost a little bit of hair on the sides of my head, and I thought, okay, well, no matter how much biotin or how much of the hair helmet I take, it's still not going to regrow those hairs that I've already lost.
And I've tried, I think, everything available. Yeah, so I've tried minoxidil. My dermatologist has a solution that has several things in it, minoxidil plus several other products. And combining, I tried the hair helmet as well. All of them seem to work really well at the beginning, and then they seem to stop working, and then I have to find another solution. I tried biotin as well. The biotin worked for probably 6 months, and then slowly the hair starts receding again. So, like, my daughter was sort of, my wife actually wanted me to come with Steven just so that there was a second person that came to the clinic, and then said, well, if you're going, maybe you should get one too. So it was actually her idea.
From what I've heard anyways, Danielle is very eager to see how the results are going to be, just because she's like, oh my God, Dad's getting a hair transplant. This is like really exciting news. The communication went really well. I think probably the hardest part was just the time difference. You know, I'd think of a question to ask him, I'd ask him, and then it's like, okay, well, time to wait 12 hours until I get a response just because of the time difference and everything. But overall, it was a very positive experience. I feel like I did get a lot of insight towards what will be happening during our stay here.
Actually, the response, I actually would use him through communications, but every single time we asked a question, the very next day, we had the responses. So it was very responsive, and it was really good.
I really do like the fact that you kind of post the before and after photos. It does feel at least pretty validating knowing that like the results always look great. And that was actually one of my concerns, is how am I gonna look afterwards? And so I was fairly impressed with Smile's social media.
I looked at a lot of before and after pictures because I figured it's best to see the results, to see how they do, and even with different styles, because different people have different ideas as far as how they would like their hair. So I would try to find ones that look similar to my hair, and so I could see the results on those individuals.
Yeah, no, I mean we've been doing father-son activities since as far as I can remember. So we're very well traveled in that sense. It's like, what were some of the places we visited? I know we have always visited Badwater. That's definitely Mount Whitney in California, Hawaii. The list goes on, but I don't want to keep you all day.
Yeah, we do a lot of activities together. Yeah.
We're both going to be getting our operation the 26th, this Saturday, and we'll see you there.
We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, the architecture there was just absolutely.
Who is that?
I'm Dan.
Okay, sir.
I'm the big job.
Yeah.
Well, he was the one that was the most concerned, and I thought, well, if I'm going with him, I'm the one more in need.
Here with your chair.
Yeah, sure thing.
And take it here.
Okay. At his recommendation, I even skipped shampoo today. So.
Okay, you want to start first, or
You can go first.
Okay. I mean, overall, I think the entire experience here at Turkey at Smile Hair Clinic went really swimmingly well. Definitely exceeded my expectations, and my expectations were already pretty high based on everything I've been seeing. The procedure, as I said again, went really well, and I definitely recommend Smile Hair Clinic.
And I agree as well. Everything was very smooth. Every question was answered very quickly that we had. And, the treatment was virtually pain-free, and I'm very happy with the results, and I definitely recommend Smile Hair Clinic as well.